Hi, I'm Belle Ragins, and it's my absolute honor and privilege to introduce you to Dr. Lillian, who's one of our newest AOM fellows. So most of you may be familiar with Dr. Eby's work. Lil is an amazing scholar. She does research on personal relationships and mentoring, work-life balance, and occupational health. She's a fellow at SIOP and also APA. She has published over 125 journal articles and co-edited 3 books. Her work is widely cited, over 27,000 citations. And she gives back in terms of the service to our academic community. She's the current editor of the Journal of Applied Psychology. It's a 6-year term. Before that, she was associate editor there for 6 years. And before that, she was also associate editor at Personal Psychology. So she's given back so much to our profession. And she's widely recognized as in terms of her international recognition, in terms of her scholarship. Has won numerous national and international research awards, too many to fit on one slide. Many of you may know too that she is a great mentor. Lillian puts her research to practice in her mentoring relationships with her students. She has chaired over 40 committees, master's and doctoral student committees, and she's also served on 45 others. And she brings her students along in terms of adding them as co-authors and working with them. Over 100 of her students have been co-authored with her. She's won national mentoring awards, the AOM Mentoring Legacy Award. She's a mentoring fellow at University of Georgia, where she is currently on the faculty, and she's won numerous teaching awards. So she really puts mentoring to practice. And many of you know that she is a wonderful colleague, and some of us are really very grateful to know her as being a wonderful friend. She develops very close long-term work relationships and personal relationships. Relationships are really important to her. And I think when we think of Lillian Eby, we think of, Eby and Alan and Eby. Well, Tammy Allen, they were doctoral students together 25 years ago. And they're still friends and they're still working together. So here she is with Tammy and with many of her other friends, in terms of their relationships. It's just wonderful to watch that. But there's a lot more to Lillian Eby that I'm going to share with you today. Okay, well, she loves to travel. She's traveled all over the world. And she's a hiker. Here she is with Turner, her daughter, her husband, Jeff. She has hiked 400 miles of the Camino de Santiago. And for those of you who want to see the visual, it's kind of down in the left-hand corner. It's the start to the finish. She's still working on it. But there's some other things that you might not know about Lillian Eby. She's a glamper. There's her RV on the left-hand side. She and Jeff love to go camping, and she does it upright. I mean, she's roughed it and done backpacking and all of this. But now they have the RV, and she's got her latte and her wine and her her magazines. But just being out in nature is really important to her. And I think many of you may not know that she was a stunt double for Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. Okay, so that's not true. But she loves Lara Croft, and here she is doing her best imitations. She has ink. There's New Beginning. There's a longitude and a latitude of her home in Maine, her daughter Turner's birthday, and then when she did the 400 miles, she did a scallop shell. So we asked her to show you her ink. And she has a wicked sense of humor. As many of you know, the rest of you will find out, we have our fellow dinners together. If you sit at the table with her, have a couple of glasses of wine, you will be on the floor laughing. It's so true. And she's so creative, okay? I didn't know this about Lillian, but she does jewelry. Not just any kind of jewelry. Check these out. These are beautiful pieces. She does all her own metalwork, and she just did all the beading. So, okay, so if you get to be really good friends with her, you say, hey, my birthday's coming up. Guess what I'd like? So creative, so creative. Okay, now I don't think anyone really knows this except for a few people. I was fortunate just to find this out. She is the blue ribbon winner of the 2010 Royal Alpaca Challenge. Yes, look at that photo. It just cracks me up. Okay, so alpacas, what's not to love? So she and Jeff have an alpaca farm, and they raise alpacas in Georgia, Athens, Georgia. But if you were to ask Lillian and Evie, of all the things in her professional life or personal life, what's most important, she would tell you it's her family and the blessings that her family has given her. And here she is with her daughter Turner and her mom and her sister. I love these photos. Oh God, such love. And speaking of love, here she is with Jeff. The photo on the left was taken in 1982. And yes, they were high school sweethearts who found each other again later in life. And here they are in 2020. I think this photo was taken on the right. I don't think they've aged at all, do you? I think they look exactly the same. And no video is complete without our four-legged furry friends. And she's had plenty of them as well. Her fur family, there's Theo and Moki and Babs and Buttermilk. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Lillian Evie. She's a tremendous scholar. She's a great colleague and friend, and just this amazing person who is just, you'll hope you haven't had a chance to get to meet her. Hopefully you will next year when we're hopefully together at the Academy of Management, celebrating all of us together once again. So thank you.